So on August 22nd of 2025, North Korea's state television broadcast released extensive levels of combat footage for the first time, showing their troops engaged in combat operations in the Kursk region alongside Russian forces. Now, a lot of people have seen this and described it as a propaganda piece because it just shows like the intense fighting they've been doing. They're setting up machine guns, artillery, firing them, throwing grenades inside of houses, anti-tank missiles being fired, planning operations over maps, all kinds of stuff like that. And this release of this footage coincided with a pretty high-profile ceremony that took place in Pyongyang, led by North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, where they honored the returning soldiers and the families of those that were lost or that died in the conflict. Now, when the North Korean troops first started being sent out there, there was a lot of these pro-Russian channels and a lot of folks were denying the fact that they were present there. However, approximately 15,000 of them were sent to primarily the Kursk region to help repel the Ukrainian advances there as part of a mutual defense pact that was signed between Kim Jong-un and Russian President Vladimir Putin in June of 2024. Now, this public release of this footage is a pretty big shift because now they're just openly saying, yes, we were there, we were doing all these things. So that kind of negates all those claims that there were not North Korean troops up there helping in the fighting. Now, the video so far has been widely circulated on places like X and other locations to share clips of it. And while there are some pro-Russian accounts that have showed this to celebrate it as evidence of an effective alliance, other people have looked at this and viewed it as like a way to highlight the poor conditions that the troops were suffering under, and also the high casualty rates that the North Korean troops suffered from.